Only a week or so till Christmas. Many of us are still busy finding those perfect gifts for our loved ones. In the United States, the average consumer will spend about $800 on presents this year, but for the growing number of luxury consumers, that amount won't go very far. Luxury accessories like designer shoes and handbags can easily cost several hundred, if not thousands of dollars. We went to New York to investigate how this industry is really shaping up.
Stores across the U.S. are packed with shoppers these days. Overall, retail sales grew with a healthy 5% in 2006. But at luxury department stores like Saks Fifth Avenue, sales are even stronger.
The growth rates year to year for Saks were over 7% on the month of November and up almost 9% for the third quarter versus a year ago.
Although sales are good across a wide range of products, luxury accessories such as designer bags and shoes are the top sellers.
I mean, you can take any outfit and put a fabulous new handbag with it and make it new, or a fabulous new shoe with it, or a belt, and update something that's already in your wardrobe. I think accessories are so important.
Important indeed. In fact, the global luxury accessories market is a $50 billion business, growing at a rapid 10% annually. This explosion is partly explained by the global increase in wealthy consumers, as well as more stores selling these products, making them easily accessible to the aspiring luxury shopper.
Handbags, shoes really are a way of a customer being able to access luxury at varying price points. So they may want to enter at a $500 luxury point, or they might want to spend several $1,000s. But accessories really are a way for a woman or a man to be able to express themselves.
And a way for luxury houses to sell more products with a very high profit margin.
It's not uncommon to see gross profit margins for handbags range anywhere from 65% to close to 80%. And if we move to other product categories like shoes, there we see a little bit more modest 50 to 60% margin.
No wonder then everyone wants a slice of the accessory market. Today, even luxury dressmakers like Oscar de la Renta are fast expanding their line of accessories.
This is a burnished boarskin handbag that is a key shape for us for next fall. This should retail at about $1,800, and we think is a beautifully finished bag. Accessories currently represent about 15% of our overall business. That's up from low single-digit numbers as much as 2 years ago. We think that it should be 30 to 40% of our overall business.
Impressive growth, but still relatively low compared to some competitors.
About 70% of our total revenue, I would say, it's done in accessories. Between our ladies and men's shoes is about 40%, and the remaining other 30% in the accessory world would be handbags and small leather goods.
But tougher competition and a bigger market hasn't lowered retail prices.
3 years ago, designer handbags were running at $600 to $800. Today, they cost twice as much. And for the most desirable brands, such as Chanel, a price tag of $3,000 has not stopped it from being a top seller.
In the luxury market, customers don't need anything. It's a pure desire to want Chanel, Prada, Gucci.
I don't think that there is really any resistance in price, as long as the things are unique and very, very well made.
And well made usually means made in Italy.
Comfort's really important with shoes. They have to be really comfortable. That's why I only make my shoes in Italy, because I think Italy, they have the best hands, and they're artisans, and they're the best shoemakers.
Much of the increase in the retail price is due to rising production costs in Europe. But the luxury industry is still reluctant to move their factories to cheaper locations such as Asia.
I think the customer still expects a made in Italy, a made in France, a made in the United States label from a luxury goods product. So we're going to let others of our competitors sort of lead the charge there, but we'll be ready to go once things go that way, and I think they ultimately will.
Even if the Asian producers do take over the luxury market, as they have with the cheaper consumer articles, this doesn't mean the price tag of those very fancy shoes will go down. Because while quality and design are important to the luxury consumer, so is the feeling of exclusivity, and knowing what they have is not attained by everyone.
And if you just can't get what you want in the shops, you can always turn to eBay, where some of this year's hottest accessories are up for grabs, but they don't come cheap. The hottest Christian Louboutin shoes are changing hands on site for well over $1,000 a pair.